Hi, I'm Kayla. This is my 1957 Oldsmobile Super 88.
I don't give a damn about my reputation. Living in the past, it's a new generation. Don't do what you want to do, and that's what I'm gonna do. And I don't give a damn about my bad reputation.
So when I was a kid, my dad actually started the Frankensteiners Car Club. He's not in it anymore, but we still hang out, and they're all like aunts and uncles to me still. There's a lot of new people in it. They still do their show every year. They just had their 20th annual one last year. So we try to make it out to that every year. I've been coming to Back to the 50s every year since I was 6 months old. So it's fun. We used to camp. My dad still camps, but now that I live up in St. Cloud, I just come and stay at his house in the cities, and then I drive back and forth every day. Grew up in it, been around it. My dad, we used to go to his house every other weekend, and he would have a different car there almost every weekend. Just build it up a little bit, sell it, get something a little bit nicer, and now he's got quite the fleet going on. I always liked this car. When Darren had it, I was 16, I actually cruised it. We did laps in it here, and when he ended up finding I want to say it was a 63 Biscayne, and wanted room for that, and he had this for a while. So he gave me a price, and I made it happen. And when I went to test drive it with him to bring it home, he's like, you know, you're actually the only other person that's ever driven this since I've owned it. I'm like, oh, really? He did most of the build. So there's a small block Chevy 350 in there with a 700 R4 mechanical transmission. And he did all the air ride setup. When we bought it, we did a front disc brake conversion. Just this spring, we redid all of the fuel lines and did Phytech EFI on it. Nope, didn't paint it. This is, I believe this is original paint. Some people had some ideas, but I mean, it just adds character. So I used to have pin whites on there, and I got sick of looking at everybody with their big baller wide whites, so I saved up some money and I finally got my big baller wide whites. I really like the Oldsmobile hubcaps. I actually sat and polished them up a couple weeks ago in the garage for a couple hours. Interior, Darren did most of this. I added the Mexican blanket just to kind of protect it, because when you sit on it, it kind of creases it sometimes, and with baking in the sun, you don't want it to get ruined because it's actually really nice. So I really like the 3-window sections in the rear. People are gonna hate me for this. I'm not a huge fan of 57 Bel Airs because of the big wings, but I really like how it almost looks like it's a wing, but it just is the body line continued and it's like subtle. We've got all the trim pieces. Sometimes those can be hard to find. I feel like he had to find some of them, but we have everything complete right now, so.
I don't give a damn about my reputation. I've never been afraid of any deviation. And I don't really care if you think I'm strange. I ain't gonna change. And I'm never gonna care about my bad reputation. Wow, no, not me. Wow, no, not me.
How I got into it was, hanging out with my dad, all his friends, and it was just always so fun to come down here. And now every time we come down, it's super nostalgic. Just I don't know, I feel like I'm not a huge fan of where the world's at today, and I like kind of feeling like we're going back, and it'd be kind of cool to live in that era. A lot of people bring their kids and their grandkids here, which is great, but I want to see more kids actually getting into the cars. So to come here today, we didn't know how many people were gonna show up for the Rising Rodders, and it's actually cool to see how many younger kids are into it and have cars that they're learning on. 29 years and younger. So I can do it this year and next year, but then we're gonna need some younger people to take over.